Right, afternoon guys, and thank you for tuning in this week. So again, you've got myself, Oz, and you've got
Sammy.
Mr. Sammy here. So guys, well, we've decided to do another video based on the really good feedback we had on the back of our first video last week.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say, and you know, we've already uploaded it onto YouTube. We've got our own Instagram page. Coming soon, we're going to be setting up the Facebook and Twitter. So watch this space. And guys, if you're liking what we're talking about, the issues, please do subscribe. You know, it will mean a lot to us. So
leave your comments as well, so we know how you guys are feeling about this, and obviously how you're feeling about the controversial topics that we talk about, or topics that you might want us to talk about in our videos.
Yeah, and guys, if there's anything you want us, like you said, any feedback you want, please just comment. You know, that means a lot. So that's where we are this week. So Mr. Sammy, how's your week been going so far?
It's alright, it's not bad. I mean, there's a lot of sports going on, obviously with tennis. So you got today's final, Djokovic and Federer. Yesterday we had Federer versus Nadal. No, sorry, Friday we had that game.
What a match!
Game that was amazing to watch them two play tennis.
Back to their sort of peaks from the 2008 final.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You had the cricket, a bit of a shock with India losing to New Zealand in the semi-finals.
It was.
I've got a lot of Asian friends from India or Pakistan.
Yeah.
And it was funny hearing both their emotions or their reviews on the matter. You know, obviously India were very disappointed, and Pakistan were quite happy that India had lost.
Yeah.
So a lot going on. Obviously, I'm expected to have a little one this week, so my missus is due to give birth. So it's been quite a tough week, but obviously we've made time for a video because that's what we want to do, don't we?
For our fans.
For our fans, we want to talk about the controversial topics that are going on.
Yeah.
Which probably brings us to our first topic, and I mentioned this on the Instagram page to say that we will talk about Copa America.
Yeah.
Personally, it's something that I didn't follow, and I don't think you followed it either much, did you?
No, not in great detail.
But obviously, we knew that Brazil won the Copa America.
Yeah.
Why is it that Brazil are winning Copa America and Argentina weren't even in the final? You know, Brazil seemed to, I know they have a good squad, but what is it? What makes Brazil different from Argentina?
So it's a good question. People talk about, and in terms of the talent at Argentina's disposal, arguably Argentina on paper have the better team.
Yeah.
With Messi, for example, it's a player that I certainly regard as the greatest of all time. But they don't perform on the big stage. I know they got to the World Cup final. Was it 8 years ago? When it was. They haven't done anything since, and not since Maradona days have they really been a big player on the international scene. And I just think they've got too many good players that they just can't seem to play with each other. It's all individuals.
Well, have they got a good group of players? A lot of their players are aging now, aren't they?
They've got good young players coming through.
Is it just all based around Messi? If Messi comes out of the squad, will Argentina be better?
I think, as good as obviously I believe Messi is, I think that could be the case. I think whenever they struggle, they just get the ball into Messi, but that doesn't necessarily suit Argentina, and it doesn't suit Messi. Messi is used to a level of service that he gets at Barcelona, where they pass it to him in the right positions at the right times, and he's got that free roll, and he destroys teams. Absolutely destroys teams. I think with Argentina, that they just don't know how to service Messi. When to give him the ball. I think that's the frustrating part with Argentina, and I think that's where Messi gets really frustrated. If I watch Barcelona a lot, and I know you do as well, and I watch Argentina a lot at in the big tournaments. Messi does not look like Messi when he plays for Argentina. It's a different demeanour. He always seems to be unhappy, angry. I think that's reflected in his red card in the semi-final against.
Yeah, he got into a little scuffle, didn't he?
Absolutely. And that's not Messi. That's not Messi when he plays for Barcelona.
So Messi's your goal?
He's my goal, absolutely.
Ahead of Ronaldo?
Ahead of Ronaldo. I mean...
I disagree with that. So,
no?
No.
Why?
Well, you talk about the two sides, Argentina and Portugal.
Yeah.
And you look at what Ronaldo does with Portugal, and let's face it, he's probably the most. Well, he's the best player Portugal have seen in a very long time.
Oh, absolutely.
Or, you know, if not the best player.
Well, yeah, better than Eusebio, I believe.
Yeah. So he's won the Euro with them.
But did he play in the final?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
Doesn't matter. He got them to the final. And you know, you talk about Messi carrying the Argentina team, but he carries the Portugal team, and he seems to do a better job than Messi can. You know, look at the awards that Ronaldo has won. Look at the awards that Messi.
What awards?
He's done it in England. He's done it in Spain.
Right.
He's now doing it in Italy.
Okay.
We see Messi with just Barcelona.
Who's the all-time top scorer in La Liga?
Well, you're going to say Messi, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, but let's look at individual awards. You know, medals, what they've won,
right? Okay.
Where they've done it. You know, you put Messi into the Premiership. Is he going to be as good?
I think so.
You think so?
I think
he's going to be able to hack people coming at him.
Let me tell you where I stand on this.
Your consumers or your, you know.
No problem. They hack him down in La Liga. What he does, he smiles, he gets back up.
He doesn't
roll on the floor like a pussy, like Neymar.
Gets frustrated.
Nah. He doesn't. No. He gets back up and he runs at you again.
Messi's better than Ronaldo.
You're buzzing.
It's not no way. Obviously, it's a thin line, but Ronaldo's. He hasn't even won Copa America.
Shall I tell you why I think Messi? Shall I tell you why I think Messi? Yeah. Messi's attributes, he's never ever relied on his pace, whereas Ronaldo has. When Ronaldo was in his pop, Ronaldo on his pace.
Ronaldo previously.
Correct, but Messi never had the pace. Messi was always about skill, agile. He's got acceleration, not pace. There's a difference, yeah? Ronaldo was always about his physicality, his body, raw pace to get up there.
Yeah, he's now 34.
Granted, he's still doing it now. I'm not knocking him. I'm not saying he's... For me, he's the second greatest player of all time. But Messi is my GOAT, and you know, time after time, he gets up, he wins you matches on his own, you know, and he's involved in matches.
The same thing about Ronaldo.
What Ronaldo does now, in my opinion, is you won't see him rarely touch the ball in a match. However, when the attack is on, he'll get in the right position and he'll score the goal. He'll score 2 goals. He might score a hat-trick, but he doesn't take as many touches anymore. He's not involved in the build-up anymore.
Yeah, he's not.
Whereas Messi, I think, is involved in the build-up as well as finishing it off. So for me, the GOAT is...
Okay.
The GOAT
well, I think we're going to have to agree to disagree on that point. I mean, you got Messi, I would say Ronaldo.
Fair
It'll be interesting to know what other people think
it
as well.
Will be interesting.
I'm sure it's a never-ending topic.
Correct.
A never-ending debate.
Another thing,
we're just blessed to see both of them.
Without doubt. But you might get our older viewers who might say the likes of George Best,
Maradona,
Pele. Eusebio, Pele. We didn't grow up in that era. We've grown up in the era, you know, with the likes of obviously your Zidanes, you know, your Cantonas, your Ronaldos and Messis, you know. Ronaldinho, you know. I think what we should do, you know, in the future, we'll have an all-time debate, as in, you name your all-time best top 11.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
We can do a Premiership.
Or we can have a poll. We can have an online poll. We can have a poll on Instagram page.
We can do that as well.
On Twitter. We'll see what people think.
We'll get people agreeing. We'll get people disagree. That's not a problem.
That's the whole point of the debate.
Absolutely. Well, there you go. You spur it out for me there, Mr. Sammy. So, a question I had. Well, I was reading an article, and I know it's come up, particularly on TalkSport actually. It was Dean Saunders' comment the other day. I don't know if you read it, where he said anyone who had the resources of Man City could have done as good a job as Guardiola. And I think you mentioned Sean Dyche. Was it Sean Dyche?
Yeah, he said Sean Dyche can do the same job that Pep's doing, you know, if he was to be employed at Man City.
What do you make of that as some
It's laughable, isn't it? It's laughable.
I think it's bollocks.
I mean, to have Dean Saunders on TalkSport, it's, you know, one, he's boring. You know, which makes TalkSport boring. Two, he's in no position to say that Sean Dyche can do as good a job as Pep. It's just total disrespect. It's disrespect, and we would never sit here and do that.
No.
We would never sit here and disrespect someone like Pep, who's done an amazing job at Man City.
Genius, fantastic.
So it doesn't surprise me that TalkSport are bringing all these ex-footballers who no one really cares about.
What has he ever achieved in manager? Has he ever been a manager even?
No,
I don't think he has.
He has no idea how difficult it can be. No idea.
No.
And you know, Talksport are to blame by bringing someone like him on the show.
Yeah.
You know, no one's going to listen to him.
No.
As soon as he says something like that, people are going to tune off.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a load of bollocks. I don't know how anyone can question Guardiola and what he's achieved. You know, that's something.
You know, we mentioned last week how any manager might have come into the United squad and boost their confidence. I think Paul Ince even said, you know, if I was to go manager of Man United after Mourinho, I would get the same result as Solskjaer was.
I probably would agree.
Yeah, you know, and that you can have a debate about and say, you know, you might be right. But to say that Sean Dyche can go into the Man City team, pick an 11, get the Man City to play like that.
So the question is, to Dean Saunders, who may be watching our page and might be a subscriber, to Talksport, who might be a subscriber, why didn't any of the previous Man City managers achieve that? If anyone can go in there and dominate the way that Guardiola has, two seasons in a row, record number of points, back to back. Mancini never done that. Pellegrini never done that. You know, they won the odd league, but then the season after they flopped. They didn't get the same quality of play as they're doing now, number of points. So, for me, and these are top managers who've been before Guardiola.
And they've had the players there.
You know, it's not okay.
They've had the players there.
They've always had the budget.
Pep knows how to bring out the best in every single player. They play for him. You know, Aguero, De Bruyne, Silva, Bernardo Silva, who had an amazing season last season. Fernandinho, Laporte at the back has been, I think, an amazing signing as centre back.
Definitely.
Edison has made a huge difference in goal. You know, that's where their weak link was in terms of Joe Hart and Claudio Bravo.
You see it when you see him on the pitch after the match, hugging the players. You know, they were happy with him. They look like they would die for Guardiola. They'll go to war for him.
A lot of Burnley players will die for Sean Dyche, I think, as well.
Correct.
But that's not to say that Sean Dyche will into the Man City squad and you know, win back-to-back titles or break records. It's just a stupid comment to make.
It is.
It's an absolute stupid comment to make. It's a shambles in terms of Talksport even inviting Dean Saunders on there to make such comments. But hey, look, their downfall is you know, we can take advantage of that. We're not going to sit here and make stupid comments.
No. What you see is what you get with us, isn't it? You know, our beliefs are our beliefs, and we'll never say things just for being controversial. You know, unlike a few other organisations, Arsenal TV.
Well, let's talk about Arsenal, shall we? And you know what Koscielny done this week. You know, refused to travel with the Arsenal squad on tour. Club captain, been there for years. You know, like how? How can you refuse to travel with the squad? Your club captain,
embarrassing.
Experience.
How much does he get paid a week? How much does he get paid a week? And you're refusing.
If you turn up to work,
or
if you call your boss and you say, I refuse to turn up to work this week.
Oh, you're sacked. Finished. And I'm not nowhere near what they get paid. What they get a week is more than what I'll get in 2 years.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Disgrace and shambolic and I think that sums up Arsenal right now. They are shambolic for me.
Lack of leadership
there, you know. And I always have the phrase there, you know, people are probably going to agree with me or disagree with me. Be careful what you wish for, you know. The way they turned on Arsene Wenger was an absolute disgrace.
It's embarrassing. It's almost like us United fans turning on Sir Alex.
Never happen. Never ever. Turned on him. They hounded him out of the club. A guy who achieved so much, who made that football club really in terms of what he's achieved in the last 10, 15 years, you know. The way they turned on him and...
Well, especially those guys on Arsenal Fan TV. What's their names? Is it Troops, I think?
I don't know what they're called.
Claude. You know, these guys doing weekly videos. Absolutely saying Wenger out. It's disgraceful.
And what have they achieved under Emery that was different to under Wenger?
Nothing.
Looks the same team to me. Same joke organisation. I mean, I heard obviously, you know, the other week. How much did they bid for Zaha? 40 million. 40 million in this current market for Zaha. Well, are they taking the piss?
They're quite renowned for taking the piss for their offers. And what did Suarez? Was it
40 million and £1 to trigger a joke club.
A joke club.
You know,
with a great history.
Great
fantastic.
history.
You know, the Invincibles. Arsenal were the Invincibles. Fantastic history.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, you know, it'll be interesting to see what Henri thinks about this club, what Bergkamp thinks, what Perez, Lundberg, all those legends. What do they think about Arsenal right now?
Let me tell you something. Zaha is easily, and I don't think anyone would disagree, easily Palace's best player, right?
Yes.
Even with Wan-Bissaka, I know we've bought him, but Zaha, as in the best player in Palace.
Yeah.
United have just bought Wan-Bissaka, 65 million, was it, plus potential add-ons?
Yeah.
So if he's going for that much, why would Arsenal bid 14 million for a guy who's clearly the best player? If they're serious about this, put a proper bid in there. What's this? What's this cheap shit? Well, I don't understand it, and they just.
So what is this downfall with Arsenal? Like who's to blame? You know, does it help having these guys on Arsenal fan TV week in, week out, absolutely frying the club to the floor and making all these negative comments and saying we want him out, or that player shouldn't play, or I don't know, Xhaka shouldn't have...
Unfortunately now, you know, I know we're fans, but unfortunately now it's, you know, so social media plays a huge part in it. You know, fans have got a voice, but it's dictating how chairmen run the club now. You know, instead of thinking, right, I'm a chairman or I'm a managing director. I know my club inside out. I know how hard my manager's working. I know what's going on behind the scenes every day. I know how hard the players are training. I've got that knowledge. The fans won't necessarily know that. You know, obviously fans, it's important. We do pay the players' wages in a way, you know, but we don't know what goes on in the background a lot of the time. So it shouldn't be just fans demanding it and it happening. It should be a common sense thing. But
what's happening with Arsenal in terms of leadership though? So, you know, you've got Koscielny refusing to travel with the squad.
Yeah.
Ramsey, who I think is one of their most experienced players and better players allowed to leave on a free transfer. And when you think of a leader in the Arsenal squad, who do you think of?
I can't seriously think of any.
You can't name anyone, can you? So without a leader, how's the team going to move forward? Who's going to discipline these players?
Where's the heart?
Where's the heart?
There's no passion.
These Arsenal fans, and it's not just Arsenal fans, but I'm specifically talking about Arsenal fans because on Arsenal fan TV, you know, Man United consistently get criticised and dished out. So we're dishing them out now. Yeah. You know, because they talk about Pogba. Yeah. But at least Pogba travelled with us. Yeah. Yeah. At least he tries to keep it professional. Yeah. You know, this is their most experienced centre back, club captain refusing to go on tour. The audacity. How on earth can they even talk about United? It shouldn't be allowed in the same sentence. Nah. It's an absolute joke. But in terms of expectations, where do you see Arsenal finishing?
If you want me to be honest, I think sixth position again. You know, they're cementing that position on a permanent basis.
They're making it theirs.
I think they're making it theirs now.
Even though we finished sixth.
With United, don't get me wrong, and you know, we'll have this debate at another time as well, but I don't see us challenging for the title for the next couple of years.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you.
It pains me to say that, but the way our squad is, the way we're being run, and I know we had this sort of topic last week as well, but for me, Man City and Liverpool have taken it on to another level. You know, potentially Tottenham can reach there if they're now being allowed to buy players, but I can't see beyond those two again this coming season. And again, it'll be interesting to see what our viewers and subscribers think about that as well. Finally, we'll have that
bit
debate.
Conscious on time, but
we got the Wimbledon final. I think it's just started anyway. But what's your prediction, Sammy, for relegation this year from the Premiership? What's your
relegation? I think there's one favourite that's definitely my bottom three list, and that's Sheffield United. Okay. I don't think they don't have the finances to buy those top quality players. Yeah. 2, I think they're going to find it very difficult in terms of competition in the Premiership. Yeah. And 3, you know, they're new boys to the Premiership. I just think they're going to lack that character, that strength, and that skill to be able to survive relegation. So I've gone for Sheffield United to finish last. Right. I think Brighton will finish 19th. Okay. They struggled last season. Yeah. I think they're going to struggle again this season. And my 18th position, some people might disagree with me, but I think it's going to be Newcastle, especially sacking Rafa. Okay. That's a big hit, a big loss, because he He's a fantastic manager. He's been there, you know, he's done that, and now he's moved off to China. Probably because of what was going behind the scenes at Newcastle. Mike Ashley, you know, didn't have enough money to buy players, etc. So he's gone, and they're thinking about bringing in Steve Bruce in, who, let's face it, is a relegation manager. You know, he's got quite a lot of clubs relegated. He's more of a championship manager than anything, and I just don't think he'll be able to take Newcastle to another level or to help them survive.
Controversial choice, Sammy. That's a big one there. Big, massive club,
it is, and I'm sure Newcastle fans might disagree with me, but that is my view. I just think Rafa Benitez was such a strong person. And it's such a huge loss. But who's your bottom three?
I would agree with you on the last two places. I think Sheffield United will be bottom as well. I think then closely followed by Brighton. You know, they're batting relegation very close to the last couple of years. I think it probably will be their time. You know, you can't sustain it. And the third is I'm struggling. I'll probably say out of two teams, I would potentially include Aston Villa in there. I know they've done really well to sort of get promoted, but in terms of experience and, you know, it's one thing doing well in the Championship, it's another thing to survive in the Premier League, which is tough. So, potentially Villa, but I'm also going to name Crystal Palace in there as well. I think, especially with Wan-Bissaka going, it looks like Zaha wants to leave as well now. I don't see enough quality in that team to stay up. So I've named 4 teams there. I think that the last two are probably nailed on. It probably will be out of Palace and Villa for me.
If they don't replace Zaha and Wan-Bissaka, then they are going to be in deep trouble. You're right. True. But Oz, I think that's all we have time for, so we can wrap this one up.
All right. Well, thanks for viewing, guys, and subscribing, and we'll speak to you next week.
Listen in, leave your comments, and tune in next week to potentially I'll probably be a father.
Looking forward to that, Sammy.
Looking forward to that.
Get your son in the football footsteps as well.
Yeah, definitely. Get him kicking the ball at the age of 6 months.
We'll make it happen.
We'll make it happen. But tune in next week for more controversial topics, and tune into our videos and leave your comments, because we really want to know what you guys are thinking.
Absolutely.
But
and thanks for watching Footy Shore. See you guys. Take care.
Take care. Bye.